that's a big number. Big numbers, big numbers. Whole team counted, that's a big number. Big numbers, big numbers. 100 million bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, blue hunts. Whole team counting, that's a big number.
Honey, I dash, got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me celebrate. I'm cocky, I do my dance, jump in the stands. No man, oh, deal with that.
Coach, thank you. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League takes us to the Queen City of Cincinnati and Paul Brown Stadium right on the banks of the Ohio River. This crowd loves their orange and black. The scene just a short time ago, they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. We're ready for football as the Bengals get set to do battle with the Pittsburgh Steelers. This is fielded at the goal line. And look at this. Right away, a loose football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And he takes it back to the house. A fumble recovery for a Steelers score. So problems here on special teams, and it results in the scoop and the score.
They talk all the time on special teams about keeping your head on a swivel, trying to see the whole field. Hard to do when things are going that fast, bodies all over the place. You're just trying to find the right guy to align yourself with. On that play, wow.
And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Fielded about a yard deep. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Bengals take over first and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
This is Joe Mixon, fourth in the NFL in rushing last season. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
Off the play fake, here's Taylor. Brought in here by Tyler Eifert. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. That one good for 15, and the Bengals get a first down. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 45-yard line. Now Joe Mixon. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd and 9, Taylor. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down. Out of the gun, it's Taylor. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. And that's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And they're not going to get the snap off. This might back them out of field goal range. And that'll set them back 5. So on 4th down, here's Ryan Quigley now to kick this one away. Back deep for the Steelers, Ryan Switzer. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. No return, but it goes down as just a punt of 31 yards. And the Steelers are going to take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. Off the play fake here, Fitzpatrick. That's complete. It's Collins. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. The Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards.
And the Steelers first down.
Nice little nifty play for him there. That's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down.
Pittsburgh.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Throwing Fitzpatrick. And it's hauled in by Nick Vanette. A gain of 6 there on first. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. On 2nd down, it's Snell. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
That's all about doing the dirty work right there defensively. 2nd and short yardage, that's all about plugging those gaps, not giving a running back a crease to run through, and that's a nice job to hold him just a couple and force a 3rd down.
Here's the first carry for Alex Collins. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
First down, Steelers.
On first, they go right back to Collins. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Fitzpatrick throwing complete and brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down. Here's a first down run with Collins. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Ryan Switzer, his first touchdown on the year. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. Extra point put through by Boswell. And that'll make the score 14-0. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Got a man. It's Ross, complete. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. First connection there of the afternoon for those two, and it's good for a first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the gun, a give to Mixon. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game? Maybe establish the run. I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
And they're going to go jet sweep here. This is Ross with it, and he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
Let's go.
Anytime the offense shows what they call a shot play or a chunk play where they're trying to get big yardage, sometimes people just call it gadget plays, and you hold it to a gain that we just saw there, you feel pretty good about yourself as a defense.
And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
Well, we saw them there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Now they'll throw with Taylor. And his throw is incomplete. Devin Bush, the linebacker, was the one there in pass coverage.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. Now Taylor. And that is incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. No move to pull the offense. Taylor's going to go for it. 4th down. Here's Taylor. And my goodness, this is incomplete. The Bengals try it, but it doesn't work out. And this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop. Well, down 2 touchdowns already. I guess they felt they needed to go for it, but still early, still first half.
I think conventional wisdom says, look, as you pointed out, you got a whole half to play. Hang in there. Don't give up any more points in this situation. Do a little adjusting at the half and come out ready to go. But sometimes those coaches can just sense their team. Maybe they're a little flat or they need a little extra inspiration. And he decided to go for it there to try and kickstart things.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Mike spot now. I got it. Tie it left. Hey.
Draw play, and it's Snell. And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Here's Fitzpatrick, and it's complete. Hooper. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. How about 25 yards on 3rd down? They'll take it.
First down, Steelers.
his position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. Big Andrew Billings there on the stop.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Right here, right here. Left. 50 seconds. Mike.
On 2nd and 9. Fitzpatrick. Now Fitzpatrick hit. It's out. He lost the football. And the Bengals grab it. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, it's going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
Here's Taylor to throw. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9.
Watch out.
They go play action now. Taylor under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Bud Dupree in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. 3rd and long. Taylor and company hoping to regroup after the sack. From the shotgun, it's Taylor. And that is incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Here's Ryan Quigley now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Switzer on the return. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10.
At their own 31-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
You got nothing.
Fitzpatrick to throw it. That'll be taken in there by James Washington. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. It'll be a gain of 17 at a Pittsburgh first.
And the Steelers first down.
180. Lights 59. We got it. Alert 3.
They'll run on first down. It's Collins. Big Geno Atkins there to bring him down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. On 2nd and 9, Fitzpatrick. He's got the tight end, Vanette. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there and a first down.
First down, Pittsburgh.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
Switch. switch. Pilot, 64, weak.
From the red zone now, Fitzpatrick. This is caught. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
First and goal, Pittsburgh.
Great mix of play calling so far. 3 runs, 3 passes. All 3 passes have been completions. First and goal.
I think on defense now, you have to almost take a chance. Rely on your scouting. Pick a play you think they would run here and just load up for it and see what happens.
Go.
Now here's Snell, and he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Benny Snell, his second touchdown on the season. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. Extra point now by Boswell. And it is now 21-0. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
On 2nd and 12, Taylor, open man is Ross, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 18 yards on that one, and the Bengals are moving. First down. From the gun, it's Taylor. And this is incomplete. His big tight end, Tyler Eifert, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down.
I would say it'd probably be a good idea for him to reintroduce himself to his receivers at the half because they're definitely on different wavelengths. But I also don't advocate waiting that long. Next series before you get out there. Hey, let's get together, guys. Let's get this thing moving.
Taylor incomplete on first down. Here's 2nd and 10. This is Mixon on the draw. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Come on.
On 3rd down, Taylor. And the catch good. It's Eifert. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do, and it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there. You know, kind of like put up on the top shelf where the kids can't get it.
And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. This one will sail out of bounds. It'll depend on the spot here. And the side judge says that went out at the 7-yard line.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Johnson the intended target, and that'll make it third down. Defensively, celebration time because they finally forced an incompletion. He was perfect throwing the ball to that point.
Yeah, but from his viewpoint, they didn't force the incompletion. He just missed. That's how hot he is right now. That's how he wants to continue to throw the ball.
That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13. This quarterback now nearly perfect. 9 of 10 in this first half. It's 1st and 10. Now a pass dumped off to his running back. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. This quarterback now, only 1 pass has hit the ground for him. 10 of 11 thus far. It's 1st and 10. The throw down the field, caught by his running back. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. The Steelers able to pick up 18 yards there. They'll go with Snell here on first down. Dre Kirkpatrick, the cornerback, up to make the stop. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. From the 30 on second down, Fitzpatrick. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up third. Something we haven't really seen much of from him, an incomplete pass.
Yeah, last week he finished at 70%. This week he's up over 80%. I don't know how you slow him down. Pass rush is usually the best way because a quarterback on his back usually can't complete a pass.
So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. From the gun, Fitzpatrick. This is Johnson. He's got it. What a methodical drive this is turning out to be. That time 9 yards, and the sticks move again. First down, Fitzpatrick. And finding the tight end, Hooper. And they'll get this down to the 10. The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another first down. And it's complete. He gets this one to Washington. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half. So on second down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. From the left hash, a chip shot here. Boswell's kick is good. Boswell signed to a 4-year deal prior to last season, but he struggled a little bit.
Yeah, do you think that they saw 13 of 20 when they signed him to a 4-year deal?
Not at all.
Needs a big bounce back in 2019 if he wants to see the end of that contract.
The Bengals take over the first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Time here for likely 1 play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'm going to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
So time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the third quarter. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
On 2nd and 11 now. Fitzpatrick. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver. 3rd down here.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Fitzpatrick. And that will be incomplete.
Going with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Here's Jordan Berry now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. A 46-yard punt, 4-yard return. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
The throw by Taylor there, knocked away and incomplete. The rookie from Michigan there defensively, that's Devin Bush making the play. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Out of the gun, it's Taylor. Flushed out right. He may try and run for this. Taylor able to use those legs of his to pick up a first.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a first down.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. Boswell for the extra point. Oh, I was just about to say he hadn't missed an extra point all season, but there it is. His first miss, no good. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. Fielded about a yard deep. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. On second down, Taylor's throw incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Now Taylor to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Bud Dupree. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Here's Ryan Quigley now, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. Here's Switzer. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And out will come the offense as they take over.
At their own 41-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage.
Leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. They go again with Collins. He had a great move, but he'll still be stopped shy of midfield. Calling an 8-yard gain, much better shape now on third and just a yard.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Slam, slam, slam.
They'll try and run forward with Collins. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down at a yard. Here's Jordan Berry now. He'll boot it away from about his 35. It's a 39-yard punt, 3 on the return. And the Bengals will have a 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Again, it's Mixon. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. A Bengal 1st down on the 16-yard pickup there.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They'll run with Mixon. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the 1st. And the screen only good for 3 that time, and it'll bring up a 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the 1st down. In this case, it didn't happen.
Here we go on 4th down with Taylor. And it is incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Steelers, they're going to take over an excellent field position. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They run with Collins. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game against them, but tally that one on the side of the defense.
Do you think maybe, possibly, it could be a little bit of a changer for them? Maybe not a game changer, but a little bit of a momentum one that maybe they can string together some pretty good plays and slow them down.
And again, it's Collins. Uses the spin, and he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but yeah, from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long. A nickel look now for the Bengals as they try to stop him here on 3rd down. Working out of the gun, Fitzpatrick. And this is going to be incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
Barry on to punt as he gets this one away. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the 1st down or to have the defense have to hold up.
But he trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it, be aggressive, because I've got the Wild Bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline.
We'll see what his offense can do. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
I don't want to sound old or anything here, partner, but I remember the days in this situation where you just put the ball in the hands of a running back. Now, it could be anyone carrying the football to try and pick up a 1st down or a touchdown.
To throw is Taylor, and that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. A draw play for Mixon. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
That one good for 15, and the Bengals get a 1st down.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
A running play here on 1st down is going to go nowhere as he is tackled behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Now on 2nd and 13. Taylor. He completes it to Tate. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for third down. And the Bengals on third down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. Here it's 3rd and 3. To throw is Taylor. From the gun, he'll throw. Got a man, it's Ross, complete. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 34-yard line. From the gun, Taylor escaping the pressure right. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
On the delay, it's Mixon. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. From the 17, Taylor.
That's a strong.
He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Cameron Hayward able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. Quarterback was hit.
Now Taylor. Open man, Erickson. That's complete. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. So another third down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal.
It's our time, guys. Our time. Let's get off the field.
Mixon trying to punch it in. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. Taylor eluding the pressure right. And he will score. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Tyrod Taylor. His 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals are able to draw a bit closer. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. From the shotgun, it's Taylor. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. So tried to throw it in for 2 points, but the D got home, brought him down.
Yeah, got home, which means there had to be good coverage. Just had nowhere to go with the ball. Typically, you try and throw quick hitters, quick slants, maybe even a quick fade. Nothing was open. He ends up getting sacked.
And this doesn't work. The Steelers recover it. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special...
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Darquez Denard. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. So they get the takeaway, but that's just step 1. They still have a lot of work to do.
But they don't want to focus on that now. Now it's about getting the ball in the end zone and hoping they can take it away again.
Yeah, still a 3-score game, though, 4th quarter. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Taylor will throw. Got his man. It's Eifert. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up fourth down. Mixon. Oh, and I think he went backward. He did. Denied on fourth down is Joe Mixon. And the Steelers, they're going to take over an excellent field position.
57 a month. It's been a long day for you.
On first down, Snell. The Steelers able to pick up 18 yards there. The running game continues to be a big part of their success here early in the fourth quarter.
And with those types of runs, that tells you they feel very confident in their running game. They feel very strong at this stage of the contest, and they want to keep doing exactly what we saw there, running the ball down their throat.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7.
That is caught. It's Juju for the Steeler touchdown. Juju Smith-Schuster with touchdown number 8 on the year as his guys continue to pour it on.
Fitzpatrick's pass complete to Juju Smith-Schuster. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Chris Boswell on 4.
They had to go to the monitor, get an extra look. That's what the technology is for. And this touchdown will count. Boswell good with the extra point. And the lead will swell by one more. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Bengals take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And last time out, went for it on fourth down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on fourth down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
60 picks, sir.
Complete to That's a gain of 4.
Throwing on third down, Hill. He gets this in the hands of Mixon, and he'll get this up to the 34-yard line.
91.
From the 34 now, here's first and 10. From the gun, here's Hill. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the former first-rounder Artie Burns.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When you go to the backup, let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
Here we go, let's bring it. Swipe. Let's go, let's bring it.
Throwing on second and long. Fitzpatrick. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
NFL quarterbacks work so hard on their mechanics, and they do so much repetition and practice, off-season, the whole deal. They expect it to be autopilot once the games start. That way it eliminates any type of pressure of the game, pressure of people in your face, all of that. That didn't shine through on that throw, though, did it?
No. A little bit of a dangerous pass and off target, too. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
Here's Jordan Berry now, as he'll punt it away for the fourth time today. Taking it about the 16. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And we have reached the 2-minute warning. The Bengals drive about to get going. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. He was looking for Joe Mixon there out of the backfield. But now it'll be third down.
I think this one offensively, this is one where you just say, let's move on. Let's not even watch the game tapes from this one.
Yeah, you might just want to throw it in the trash, act like it was never there in the first place.
Yeah, just say we're good. I actually have heard of a coach in the past who took his team out to the practice field and ceremonially buried the game film from the prior game when they got clobbered. That was his way of putting it behind them.
Now on third down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it.
Back to you.
So here we go on fourth. Hill. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Now, defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the fourth, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
The completion good for 3, and it's second down. That first down completion only netted him 3. Second and 7. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. Hill looks to throw. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Again, the offense will stay out there. They've converted once on this drive. What can they do here on fourth down?
Deuce. Gone.
They snap it on fourth to Hill. And Tate's got it. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal first down. Back to throw. Hill. He's got his man. This is Tate. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. Now the Bengals going to signal for their third and final timeout as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's second and 4.
Ready.
Now it's Hill. And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same Surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Going for it has paid off twice already on this drive. Can they convert again on fourth down? Let's see. To throw is Hill. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop. To a knee goes Fitzpatrick, and that should just about do it. So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And I think the game balls need to be distributed on the defensive side of the football, and I bet that you would agree.
Yeah, if you hold a team under 10 points, that's a job well done. Really well done. So I would say game balls for every starter and every key player who participated in this game.
Now, see, I only like one game ball. You're handing out multiple, although I set you up by saying game balls, plural. But
I like where we're going with this, though. You say one to represent, like the best player of all that. And I say multiples so that you keep everyone motivated and involved.
You're a man of the people.
I'm a man of the people. I thought I was the only child.
You get a game ball, and you get a game ball. Game balls for everybody. So for Pittsburgh, they move back over 500 now at 6-5, and they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Cincinnati,